Unit 14. Video 3. Diffusion, active transport, osmosis, imbibition are the four means of transport in plants. Already we have completed diffusion and osmosis. Now let us move on to imbibition. A beaker, it is filled with water. Dry seeds are kept inside. The dry seeds do not dissolve in water. So the dry seeds absorb water. Now we can find swollen seeds. After absorption, the seeds become swollen. Imbibition is the absorption of water by the substances which do not dissolve in water. That results in swelling of the substances. Imbibition is a type of diffusion in which a solid absorbs water and gets swelled up. Example, absorption of water by dry grapes and seeds. We have already learned about osmosis in the previous part. Osmosis is the movement of solvent or water molecules from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane. This is carried out till the equilibrium is reached. Equilibrium means equal concentration is reached on both the sides of semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis is a passive movement because it does not use energy. Only solvent molecules move. When the solvent molecules move out of the cell, that is called as exoosmosis. Here the diagram shows the movement of water molecules out of the cell. This is the cell. Here the water molecules start move out of the cell. So the cytoplasm shrinks. Cytoplasm starts shrinking. It gets concentrated due to the loss of water. Water moves out by the process called as exoosmosis. This phenomenon is called as plasmolysis. Plasmolysis occurs when water moves out of the cell. This is also called exoosmosis. That results in shrinkage of cell membrane away from the cell wall. The cell membrane shrinks away from the cell wall. When the plasmolysis is permanent due to absence of water to the plants dry and die. Osmosis and diffusion are passive transports. Their energy is not used. Energy is not used because movement takes place from higher concentration to lower concentration. In active transport, energy is used because molecules move from the area of lower concentration to the area of higher concentration. Movement of molecules takes place against concentration gradient. This is called as uphill movement, low to high. So energy is needed. Active transport involves movement of substances from lower concentration to higher concentration. See, lower concentration, only two molecules are there. Here more molecules. Since the molecules move from lower concentration to higher concentration, energy is used. ATP energy is used. And the molecules are carried by carrier proteins. This is a carrier protein. This is cell membrane. Carrier proteins carry the substances by spending energy. So this is active process. This diagram shows molecules are carried by carrier proteins. This is cell membrane. A carrier protein carries the molecule from lower concentration to higher concentration. Active transport is carried out by membrane-bound proteins. These proteins use energy to carry substances across the cell membrane. Hence, they are often referred to as pumps. The carrier proteins are always referred to as pumps. These pumps, they are nothing but carrier proteins found on the cell membrane. They carry transport substances from the lower concentration to higher concentration. Lower concentration to higher concentration. That is active transport. This is uphill movement. Movement from the lower part to higher part of the hill. Lower concentration to higher concentration. Against concentration gradient. It needs energy. Already we learned about passive transport. Passive transport is downhill movement without spending energy. Higher concentration to lower concentration. What is the difference between active and passive transports? Energy is not used, energy is used. Higher to lower concentration, lower to higher concentration. This is passive movement, active movement. The video ends in 5 minutes. There is no time. Students, you prepare the difference between active and passive